What up, Wichita? Welcome to another edition of the Wichita Dinner Table. I'm your host, Eddie, and back for another round, we have DJ Carbon.
What is going on, Wichita?
We have Troy Trussell with Live Local.
What's up, Wichita?
And we have Annette Lawless.
Hi there, how's it going?
It's going. Unfortunately, TKG, the Kansas Gastronomist, is out today or tonight. I think he's like out in the lawn, like yelling at people to get off his yard. I don't know. He's probably something pissy.
I noticed everyone was smiling a little bit easier this day, so that's yeah.
It might be a more relaxed episode. We'll see. All right, this week's hat is from Pure Standard. I think I've mentioned them before. I got a new hat from them. It is a local apparel company owned by Kel Hackney. Really cool dude, and just cool material, cool gear.
Love it.
All right. This past week, anything cool? Do you guys do any new places you checked out? I'll start real quick. I checked out the Wichita Flea Market at Century 2. I love antique stores, flea markets, thrift stores, so it's cool to go. They had every single vendor space taken, which was, applause to them. And I got to check out some like Legos for the daughter,
of course,
old comic books. I always like to look at old baseball cards and football cards because I used to collect them back in the day and just see the value of them. And it's a cool thing. I know they do a monthly flea market at different places, Wichita Sports Forum, Riverfront Stadium, and just other places. So it was really cool.
That's neat. I love how it's evolved because I was one of the first vendors for when they started the flea market. So they had it at Century 2, and they would give vendors like 2 spaces because they didn't have enough people sign up and stuff.
Wow.
And it was but it's evolved. It's so good now. I mean, it was good then, but I mean, I love what they've done with it. So good family.
Troy, you had quite the weekend, I see.
Yeah, so we attended the U.S. figure skating at Intrust Bank Arena. That was fantastic. Brought my daughter. She really enjoyed it. Her favorite part, of course, were all the costumes. I don't know what you call them, like their gear that they had on. Their skate dresses. I don't know what you call it.
The attire.
Attire.
Sure.
There you go. That's a correct word. But yeah, we had a great time. I feel like even before they started skating, there was so much to do outside of just the rink, so they had booths just galore set up all the way around. There was good food everywhere. It was just, they put on a heck of an event.
That's great.
All weekend.
Did you catch Brady Chanel there?
We did.
Yeah.
She was awesome. She was phenomenal. I'll show some footage of her right here. But yeah, everybody did fantastic. Of course, I don't know how they score it and everything. I saw Carbon there. We were he showed me you could look on the phone, and they had updated scoring while the judges were deliberating and everything. It was just...
That's cool.
That was fun. We had the little group. We're all throwing out scores without knowing anything, but it was fun to see. It was like a Price is Right show. Oh, that was definitely this.
Yeah. I love popping on TV and just seeing it there too, because I was like, oh my gosh, like we're right, like I don't know what it takes to get invited to be a part of that whole deal, like how cities get selected and stuff, but what a pleasure for our city to be the host.
And we showed out. I mean, that place was jumping.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good time.
I did see Brady finished 4th in the women's championship event. So, yeah, that's out of 18. So, yeah, congrats to her.
Absolutely. Yeah, also this week, last week I went to Spears for National Pie Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. What pie did you get?
I got apple pie a la mode, which is, heated up with the ice cream on top. Went with Darren. He got peach. They were both delicious. But can I just say something real quick? Can we get some younger people to go eat at Spears? I feel like their clientele
How did you feel? Were you among
could use some younger folks, because I mean they got some pretty good food. And I don't want, I just want them to be around a lot longer. They've been here for almost 100 years.
Troy, I think with you there, you still bring the age.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Let's get some younger people there.
Yeah.
You're so hip. Love it. You got your hips. I love it. No, it's so good. Delicious. So did you all go to Spears growing up? I mean, I know like Carbon, you weren't here, so you didn't, but like, I feel like as a kid, like my dad, when we came to Wichita, sometimes we would go to Spears and, just all the nostalgia. So
It's crazy
good
because like
times.
back in the day, my aunt, I remember her boyfriend worked at Spears, and every
Oh,
holiday he'd come home, with like a crap ton of the pies, and that's what we
yeah.
had. And I remember like what was it is it the Dutch apple? Is that the apple pie with the crust, the little crumbles on top?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Thumbs
don't
up.
know.
Oh, yes. So good.
Harbin, you went to try a new restaurant, and I saw the
Yes.
pictures.
Crispy and Company and Hannibal, man, that was amazing. I I loved it. I got a review posted, but man, I've been waiting for something good in that spot. It used to be Bartelli's Pizza, the best pizza I've ever had in Wichita. Once they
Mm.
went out, that was kind of a rotating door for a bit, but Hannibal, I'm going to be there all the time. As a
I'm
West
gonna
Sider, it's real close. The menu's diverse. You got all the chicken stuff, but then also all the healthy bowls they've got going on. It
Cool.
was phenomenal.
Did you know I made this the same mistake you did because I got corrected when I went into the restaurant. It's honeybee, like actually like
Oh,
no, it's
Huh.
Hanebe, and it
yeah.
kind of threw me for a loop. And then I was like, Hanebee,
Oh, shoot.
honeybee. Like,
Well,
what do you call
Why?
it? They go honeybee.
Yeah.
and the letters are
Huh.
all phonetic looking too, so it's even
Yeah.
Got
more
it.
confusing than just a.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's gonna annoy them for the rest of their time. Like, we're gonna correct
Right.
everybody.
It took me a minute to find him on socials to be able to tag him. I was just like, wait, is
Oh,
it
shoot.
Hene? Is it Hane? Like,
Yeah.
which is.
Yeah.
But
Aw.
no, but that place was phenomenal. Me and my wife, she got one of the dragon fruit bowl was amazing. Their
Mm.
loaded fries. Like normally when you get fries, there's more fries and then a little bit of topping. This had more chicken than it did fries. I mean, it's like this is a hearty portion. It was amazing. Yeah. Really enjoyed that. And then we did a whole bunch of running around the other day. Right after that, we went over to Cherry Bomb Skates, local roller skate spot. They got all your
Mm.
supplies. So, for my adult skate nights. We did miss the chicken and noodle festivities. That they had a line. Did you make it over to that?
I
I
saw the
wanted
line.
to.
Yeah,
Mm.
way too long for me.
Oh my
Yeah.
lord! Traffic was blocked
Shoot.
up both ways on the street. I was like,
Oh
"This
gosh.
is a hazard." But yeah, we tried to
But
make it over to that.
what a good deal though, because all that money
Oh,
goes to
absolutely.
great
Yeah.
stuff. So what a wonderful
Absolutely.
ministry.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, it was great. I finished up the weekend with over Eric Fisher Academy. They had their summit show, which is always over the top energy, amazing. Just they do a whole runway and then presentations. I obviously don't learn too many tips and pointers on hair upkeep and things, but always a good time.
Well, you got this here.
That's what they told me. They're like, we can style this. I'm like, I'm kind of locked in with this. I don't know if I'm willing to change it up too much.
Oh my gosh. Love it.
Yeah, great
All right.
weekend for sure.
Upcoming events. So this week and the weekend, it is the Lunar New Year. It is the year of the snake. So there's a lot of businesses, restaurants of the dragon dances going on, the lion dance. There's events over like at Paris Bon Mi, Coffee Days, Wichita State. I think earlier today there's one over at Kim San, which is a really big one. So I'll link it in the comments, but I have a list of events taking place for the Lunar New Year. It's something, I've celebrated since I was as far back as I can remember. You're getting like, the
Yeah.
lucky money, the red envelopes.
Yeah. I think it's fun. I hope that people, if you get a chance, go and experience that. I love that. And like, go to an Asian market, like get immerse yourself in the little bits of, we have wonderful bits of cultural representation in our town. So enjoy.
for sure.
That's fun.
Also, this weekend, something I've never been to, and I'm curious about it. It is the 2025 annual Wichita Cat Fancy Show at the Cotillion, Saturday and Sunday. It's cat shows where it's a feline lover's paradise, where the beauty, grace, and charm of cats take center stage. Cat enthusiasts from all over come to showcase their beloved feline companions in delightful exhibitions. You'll see a variety of cat breeds on display. Visitors can marvel at the diversity of these elegant creatures, each exuding their unique personalities and traits. Has anybody ever been or heard of it?
I've heard of it.
I'm aware
I've
of
heard
it.
of it. Yeah.
I have.
That's a long time though too. Wow.
Yeah,
What
it's been
is-
around for a while.
Cat fancy. Like, is that? We're not talking like tigers and stuff. We're talking about like
Yeah.
household
Meow.
pets.
Household
Yeah.
cats.
Household pet,
House cats.
Yeah.
cats. Okay. I like cats. I don't have anything against cats. I am allergic to cats, so
Oh.
Same.
I might
I've-
like blow up in there. But
I'm not a cat person. I'm friends with cats, and the ones that I like, they're all. Cats are assholes. Some of them are likable assholes, but they're all assholes. It's just some might be likable. So,
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
My
Lord.
grandmother had a cat or two cats, and my parents always told me that when I was like 2 or 3 years old, I went up to the cat and the cat like clawed the crap out of my face.
Oh
And
my
ever since
gosh.
then, I've despised cats, and so I'm not a cat person either. But I'm curious to see what they do at a cat show. I might check it out. We'll see. Also, February 1st is the Southside Vintage Shopping and Food Truck Rally at Blood Orchard over on South Broadway. If you've ever been to a shopping event or food truck rally there, they do really good work there. And then on February 1st is the Wichita Heart Ball at Hyatt Regency. It's an annual event. It's one of the biggest fundraisers in town. Awesome cause. So look at that one. February 1st, Salina Arts Gala.
Yep, I'm shooting up to Salina. I normally help out with the Heart Ball, and I love the team over there. But also, Salina has their annual arts gala. They do a whole theme with a fashion show as well as an after party. It is an amazing good time. They have all type of local artists put together, ensembles with models. So every year's a different theme. Last year was a whole construction theme while the building was getting construction. This year it's a galaxy theme. I mean, over the
That's
top.
cool.
Fashion show, it's amazing. So I'm super excited to be up there again, up in Salina. I'll get my cozy in fix while I'm there as well. So
yeah.
got to do that. But yeah, the arts gala up there is a great night out. If it's close to you, highly recommended.
Do you
Hey.
get cozy in on the way home or on the way there? Because you're going to smell.
That is normally the first stop.
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
And I'm a dedicated person. I will actually eat at the counter. Yeah, I go all in.
Nice. I
I'm
love that.
not to go. We're sitting at the counter every time.
It's an experience. I love
It
that.
is. It is.
Troy, do you have something?
Yeah, also February 1st, there's another card show at the Mays High School from 9 to 4. They got sports, trading cards, Pokemon, one card, all that stuff is going to be there again from 9 to 4.
Is that the Mays, the main Mays or Mays South?
Mays High School, not Mays South.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, January 30th through February 2nd is Waba's Home Show. Oh, the doorbell just went off. I think we got another guest. And it's time to welcome our next guest to the dinner table. We have Tyler York. He is the interim executive officer with Wichita Area Builders Association. Welcome, Tyler.
Welcome.
Thanks, Eddie, Annette, Mr. Trussell, Mr. Carbon. It's a pleasure to be on. Making my debut, as the saying goes, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Nice.
But I see that we're down one gastronomist, which is fine. I'm sure he would just make fun of me the entire time anyway.
You're not missing out much.
He and I are actually very good friends. We go back more than a decade. If you peel back the layers, he's actually a really good person with a big heart. But don't let him know that I said nice things about him. I don't want that to go to his head.
It's off record. Off record. Got it.
Well,
Yeah, ogres have layers too. Yeah.
You're like they're like onions.
So, anyway, I'm delighted to be here. I'm delighted to be a member of the Wichita Area Builders Association team. If it looks like I'm new to the job, it's because I am. I am literally hours into the job as I'm reporting this, but wanted to take this opportunity because we've got some fun stuff coming up, and it looks like I've got a light bulb I need to fix too, as it's flashing on me. So that'll be my next task.
It's your party light. I love it.
That's our special effects we added for you.
But anyway, a little bit about WABA, the Wichita Area Builders Association, for some of your viewers who might not be acquainted with us. We are first and foremost a trade association for our members and associates. Members can be home builders. Associates are those anyone that is involved with the home building process. They can be general contractors, remodelers, landscapers, lenders, you name it. If they're involved with the process of home building, they can be a member of our organization. We provide advocacy to our local, state, and federal lawmakers and policymakers. We also provide networking and education opportunity to our members. We've got a few big events coming up annually. Every year we do the Parade of Homes. We actually host it twice a year. The next one that will be coming up will be the Spring Parade of Homes, and that will be kicking off on April 26th, the weekend of April 26th, and then we'll continue the following 2 weekends after that. So mark your calendars for the Spring Parade of Homes. The big one that I really wanted to discuss with all of you today is the Wichita Home Show. This is actually the 71st Wichita Home Show, so it's become a staple in our community. I'm sure a lot of your viewers have attended in years past. This year's theme, yes, DJ Carbon's been.
Yeah.
I've never been. I'll make it out this year.
All right.
Starts
We've
Thursday.
got a whole remodel happening actually within the next month that all started last year at the home show.
Perfect. I'll piggyback off of that because that's a perfect reason why you should come. A lot of people might think, well, I'm not moving, I'm not building a home, I'm not purchasing a home this year, so why would I need to come? Even for something small, such as making minor updates to your home, still consider coming and take back maybe the latest trends that are happening right now in home remodeling. For example, my wife and I are repainting the interior of our house and updating a lot of our light fixtures. So we are nearly complete with that. So I'm sure my wife will be attending the show and then come back with a bunch of projects for me to get on here in the coming days. But the theme this year is Love Your Home Again. This is a large expo for, like DJ Carbon, who's been before. You know, there are literally hundreds of exhibitors and vendors. So it might seem overwhelming at first, but when you arrive, we will provide you a floor plan. So maybe make a strategy, find out who it is, that what is your plan, what do you want to get out of it? Are you looking to build a new home in the coming year or two, or are you just wanting to make some remodeling to your existing home? Find those vendors and have a chat with them. They are industry experts, and you can talk about the latest trends to get excited about, and
Tyler.
also discuss price points.
That's great.
This is, you said, the 71st annual event.
Yes.
So
That's
for
a
those
lot.
for those that are regulars, is there anything new this year coming up that they can expect to see?
I'm glad you asked. We are trying something new this year. On Sunday, we will have a Kids Day, and the main attraction is going to be Tanganyika Wildlife Park is going to be bringing some of their animals. I don't know at this point in time what animals that might be, but they seem to bring out the penguins pretty frequently, so I'm looking to see some penguins. I don't know about lemurs. I'd be afraid of lemurs, getting loose and wreaking havoc on the community, but maybe we'll get lucky. Whatever animals they'll bring, I'm sure they will be a main attraction. That seminar will be from 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So that is only on Sunday. So please don't come on Thursday or Friday wondering where the Tanganyika exhibits are. So
one thing we didn't cover. So the event is January 30th through February 2nd.
Okay.
Starts every day at 11 a.m. Thursday 11 to 5, Friday 11 to 8, Saturday 11 to 8, Sunday 11 to 5. Admission is $12 for adults.
Yeah.
Seniors, it's like TKG, it's $10. Under 18 is free, and if you want to get a 4-day pass, it's $20. Something I saw online is you can go to wabahomeshow.com, fill out this online form, and save $2.
Okay, that's good. We need to go, because we have a couple big projects for our house. We have an unfinished bedroom, and we definitely want to find the right fit, and getting inspiration for what to do with it. But we also have, we just need to find a contractor. We have, a big deck that we need to replace. And so, we're going. We'll be there. We'll see you.
Well, that's what we had. We had a lineup of projects. We tore our deck down pre-COVID, didn't get to rebuilding it. So we're like, all right, we got to redo our deck. We got a kitchen remodel. I wanted to do one of the walk-in bathrooms instead of get rid of our tub, do the walk-in. But we were able to wander around, meet with a bunch of great people, have some of them come out to provide quotes so you could do some comparative shopping. It just made it a really easy way to meet some very good people in the industry and get a feel for them, get an idea of what they wanted, and then follow up with them all in one spot instead of trying to figure it out, which can be a lot. So it was really helpful and beneficial to be able to do some comparative stuff.
I love that. Well, and it's got to be comforting too, because no offense it's kind of overwhelming looking for stuff. And so when you meet those people, you kind of put you at ease a little bit, okay, they're legit. So yeah, this is wonderful, Tyler.
And if we haven't excited you enough, maybe this will get you over the top. Every day there will be prize giveaways for a single winner each day. So that's 4 days, 4 winners. You can either take home with you a Blackstone grill or an outdoor water feature. And in fact, you don't even have to take it home. If you drive a small car like me, we will bring it to your door. Also, Britain Construction Solutions during the expo will be constructing 2 pergolas. At the end of the show, we will be drawing 2 winners. They will be able to take that home and install that in your backyard if you've got room for it. So,
and if your HOA approves.
Yeah.
Ours does not allow pergolas, unfortunately.
Yeah. So
Really?
you mentioned Britain Construction Solutions. They actually just built our new back deck that we got put in this past summer, and I highly recommend them. They're a really good company. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, there's also going to be a number of seminars, so we're going to discuss a few things. Landscaping. I know water is a hot topic right now for obvious reasons. We're going to be talking about water conservation, so be taking a look on the schedule on wabahome.com to find out when those seminars are. You'll probably hear my voice through the loudspeaker system through Century 2 announcing 10-minute warnings before those seminars so people can get to the seminar section to learn from those industry experts.
Awesome. Well, Tyler, thanks for hopping on. So that is the 71st Annual Home Show at Century 2, January 30th through February 2nd.
All right.
All right.
Well,
We'll see you this weekend, Tyler. Thanks for hopping on. And we're back. It's time for Trestle Truths, sponsored by Trestle Media.
All right. What is the significance of today? Does anyone know?
January 29th.
Oh, it's Kansas Day.
Yes,
Ding.
it is Kansas Day. Kansas Day is a holiday.
I don't know what year, 160 something, right? I don't know what our
you're
birth
close.
year.
You're close. So Kansas Day is a holiday in Kansas celebrated annually on this day, January 29th, to commemorate the anniversary of the state's 861 admission to the Union. So in 1861 is when we became a state. Which makes Kansas 164 years old. You're very close, Annette. Very good.
Yeah.
So the demonym for Kansas people who live in or come from Kansas is Kansan. Kansans are sometimes also called jayhawkers, grasshoppers, or sunflowers.
Grasshoppers.
I've never heard grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers. It's true. I did some fact checking. These are all names that come from the state's nicknames. So the Kansas flag was also adopted in 1927. And some notable features on the top of the flag are the 34 stars that represent that we were the 34th state to join the Union of the United States. Does anyone know what ad astra per aspera means?
To the stars through difficulty.
There you go. Very good.
Harbin with the trivia.
I love it.
All right. So some other notes about our state. State bird.
Is it the
Anyone?
hummingbird? Not hummingbird?
No,
Is
is it a red
lark?
cardinal?
This starts with an L?
No.
It's not a jayhawk?
No.
It's
No.
the meadowlark.
Metal
There we go.
lark.
Yes, duh.
The western meadowlark.
Know that.
Oh, I'm going to be embarrassed.
State flower.
Sunflower.
Sunflower.
Sunflower. State animal.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. State reptile.
That's the box turtle, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it? I don't
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice
Box
pull.
turtle.
Okay.
know.
Very good. And we could keep going on and on.
Oh
But
my gosh, I don't know if we should.
there's only one more very important fact for January 29th. And that is it's Jerry Payne's birthday.
Hey.
So happy birthday, Jerry Payne. He is a follower of the show, a follower of a lot of our socials accounts, and he's very active and on commenting and everything. So happy birthday, Jerry. Jerry also submitted all of this information for the
really?
Trestle Truths.
Wow.
Nice.
And so that was all from Jerry. So appreciate you just contributing to the show and being a part of Trestle Truths. So happy birthday, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry. We love you.
Happy birthday.
Before we get on,
Yay.
does anybody know what day Wichita was incorporated?
I do not.
I didn't brush up on that.
It's not March 16th.
Nope. July 21st, 1870.
Okay.
I was
1870.
I was curious given the Kansas stuff. I was like, I wonder what Wichita was. So, all
Huh.
right. Well, happy Kansas Day. Thanks, Jerry. Things in the community. So recently, it was announced that Riverfront Stadium will be changing names.
Yes.
It will now be known as Equity Bank Park.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Does that trigger anybody?
No. Get money from somebody instead
Yeah.
of the general public and getting more more free money from the state, city, and anything else. By all means, have someone pay for it.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I think that's pretty standard, like in
Oh, yeah.
sports, you know.
Oh,
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I saw the name change and I was like, it doesn't bother me. I don't mind it. And then some people get riled up about it.
I have seen that.
Oh,
But if you look at a lot of the major stadiums and arenas around town, I mean, not just in Wichita, but all over the country, a lot of them have names. It's like the Mercedes-Benz Dome, whatever in Atlanta. I mean, Intrust Bank Arena, for example.
Right here,
And-
yeah.
T-Mobile Center, all of it.
Yeah.
It's-
Somebody got to back them.
Yeah, and it's cool to see someone at least local, backing it up.
100%.
And, yeah, so
Yeah.
I'd much rather see that than have them
yeah.
pass on a tax in the district or anything else. Let a
Yeah.
private corporation foot that bill for sure.
So Equity Bank Park, that'll honestly take some time to get used to. I'll probably call it Riverfront Stadium for a long time.
Someone
And
did earlier in
probably
this at the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, I, mean, I still call Hartman Arena, and it got changed
Oh,
to Park
gosh.
City Arena.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, up next, Fat Boy Soul Food Restaurant. I'm not sure exactly when they opened, but it's fairly recent. They are over at 1901 East 21st Street North, inside Mr. C's Market. That's 21st Street, right off of 135. I checked it out. It's a really cool place. You can get soul food pizza, oxtail pizza, all sorts of cool soul food. They're open every single day of the week. The couple who owns it, they just took over in the past year. They're trying to make some big changes to the market and the little pop-up restaurant, so go show them some love. They're good people. And then also, registration for the 2025 Fidelity Bank River Run is now open. The River Run takes place May 31st. They have a 10K, 5K, a family fun run, which is a mile, and a tot trot for ages 2 through 7. I actually did my very first 10K 13 years ago at the River Run. It was quite brutal because the night before, my friends and I, we went to Bella Vita
no.
Bistro, knocked down a couple bottles of wine. Next day showed up pretty hungover, and I had like brand new tennis shoes on. I'm not much of a runner, so I was like, I'll just go buy some new shoes. My feet like broke out.
Motion detected at the front
It was.
door.
Oh, we got someone else. Do we have another guest?
That's just my door, not your door.
Okay. Wait, we have another guest on the table? Yeah, River Run's taking place. I think I'm going to get my daughter to try the tot trot.
I'm going to be down there. I'm going to be hosting and providing the soundtrack for all the festivities, getting
Ooh.
the energy up and
great.
going in the morning. Yes.
Troy's a runner. Didn't you get
Yeah.
second place, something like that? A third?
I got first in my division.
First in this division, yes.
First.
Yeah, at the
Respect the game.
Subaru 5K. So yeah, I'll probably go down there with my son that runs cross country. We'll probably do it together.
What
Yeah.
division was that again? Is that like a food blogger division?
It was
Seniors.
I think it was 40
He
plus.
does hang out at Spears, so yes.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the peer group. That's the peer group now.
I get my senior citizen discount. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, get signed up. You have until I think May 29th to get signed up for the River Run. And Carpenter, we'll see you there.
Absolutely.
All right, time for the editorial piece. TKG is not here today, so we're going to have a stick in LL Craw. Stick in LL's Craw for Live Local.
LL, yeah, it stands for Live
boy.
Local. So yeah, something
LL
that's
cool.
stuck in my craw recently.
Oh, boy.
Cool. Sometimes people just, when people want something for free, and they go about the wrong way of doing it. So I'll tell you a little story. I went to Teppanyaki buffet about a week and a half ago. And after I went through the buffet, I sat down with my first plate of food. I noticed a couple behind me. The man was not eating, but the woman had just sat down with her two first plates of food. And after about 2 or 3 minutes of me starting to eat my food, I heard a little bit of commotion, and the lady started talking about a cockroach, like crawled across her table or whatever. Apparently, the boyfriend smashed the cockroach. And so then after I heard the word cockroach like 47 times, staff had come over to figure out what was going on. They asked me if I had seen the cockroach. I said, no, I haven't seen the cockroach. I don't know what's going on. After I heard the word cockroach too many times, I finally turned around and looked right at the lady who was obviously trying to get free food. And said, what are you trying to get out of this? And she looked at me and she said, well, there was a cockroach, sir. I said, well, yeah, but what are you trying to get out of this, cockroach or not? And she said, well, I don't know. And I was just like, why don't you just leave? If you don't like the food and you think they're, it's a bad place, just leave. And she said, I think I will, sir. I said, well, good. And she and her boyfriend turned around and gave the staff a really hard time and was really loud, obnoxious on their way out. But they left. And nobody gave me a round of applause or anything. I wasn't looking for that. I just wanted to eat my meal, cockroaches and all, in peace. And this lady was just going on. And I just have no patience for people like that. And so a staff person came over to me and she was like, look, they didn't pay. And I said, look, first off, that couple never had any intention of paying whatsoever. And two, you probably got off pretty easy because she only had a plate over there. So, I don't know. What do y'all think about that? I can't stand it when people are like that.
Scammers.
I think one time I will say, like, if you ever do have a thing where there's a bad part of your restaurant experience, like if there is a bug, we went to a chain restaurant years ago, and there was a cockroach that crawled across our table, and I was like, ooh. And, I think we killed it even, and we got a manager's attention, but we didn't throw a fit. And we're just like, hey, we noticed this here. You may want to check whatever it is in your kitchen or whatever and clean whatever. But we paid our bill. I think they comped us something or whatever. But that wasn't our goal. I was just like, you don't have to make a fuss about something, make a scene. So,
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
It was bad.
Yeah.
One of the first, I think, like dates Megan and I went on, we went to this Mexican restaurant, and she's sitting across from me, and we order our food, we're getting it, we're eating, and then I see a cockroach going up her chair. She can't see it, and I don't want to say anything to like cause like a big scene because the restaurant's pretty full. So it's like quickly got up, walked over to the server. I'm like, hey, can I get our ticket real quick? We got a jet real quick. And she's like, yeah, it's this much, and I had cash. So I gave her the cash. I'm like, there you go. I grabbed Meg. I was like, let's get out of here. And she's like, what? Everything okay? I'm like, we got to go. So we get in the car, and I was like, what would you have done if I told you there was a cockroach coming up to your chair? She's like, I may have yelled or something like that. I'm like, okay, well, that's what happened. And we just left, paid our meal, paid for our ticket, and just left. And that was it.
There's definitely better ways of handling situations like that, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yuck.
Cockroaches, mice. If I saw a mouse at a restaurant, I probably would get up and like,
Well,
oh my
yeah,
gosh,
that's
I can't stand rodents. Like that's like one of my fears in life.
I know. And you know what I do? And I know it sounds weird and paranoid. Well, I don't know. But like whenever we go out to eat, and whether we're traveling, especially too, like I'll go and I'll look at food inspection stuff before we go to that place because I want to know, because I will tell that, like, we went to Florida like a couple years ago and we were ordering takeout, and I was like, I'm just going to look. And sure enough, the place we were going to go get our stuff from, they had a laundry list of just horrible things. I'm like, okay, well, maybe that was a good thing. And then we went to a different place down the road, and it was fine. But I was just like, you feel better about it. So
are there certain inspections, if it's a long list, you'll be like, I can deal with that. That's okay.
Well, I mean, when they have like live, cockroaches, when they have rodents or something, but like sometimes it's like they didn't have paper towels
or the hot water wasn't running.
Or they put the chicken above the whatever. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm sure there's a health safety something in there, but I'm like, I'm sure in my kitchen, that's probably what I would do too. So I don't know.
I spent a few years running a kitchen, and if a food inspector wants to find flaws, there's never a kitchen that has none. I will tell you that much.
Yeah.
But as long as you're maintaining it, yeah.
See, I think I'm the opposite of Annette. Like, I try to go to
You want
restaurants
the
that
live
have
bugs?
the most, violations. Because I'm like, it might be pretty good. This might be like that hole in the wall that you're like, oh well, if your stomach can deal with this, it might be pretty good.
You might
Well, it
find a
must
gem.
be.
Yeah.
It must be so good because they're still in business. So
Yeah.
I mean, people don't care.
All right.
Shoot.
Online shout outs. Happy 41st birthday to Austin Shoemate of the Austin and Aaron Show. Aaron and Austin
happy
Show. It's his
birthday.
Happy birthday.
They are probably two of the hardest podcasters in the city. I mean, these guys push out content almost daily. I feel like just podcast after podcast. They're really cool. Check them out. Aaron and Austin
So
Show.
cool.
Then Passageways. So I want to give a shout to Passageways. They are having a grand opening and ribbon cutting at their new location at 1202 West Douglas. It is the grand opening for the Outreach Center. As some of you know, they moved out of Town West.
Oh gosh.
And so on February 1st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., go check it out. I mean, this organization does great work for the homeless vets. They get them back on their feet, help them find a place to call home. Just awesome, awesome stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Johnson wants to shout the Glass Box Society. Never heard of them. They are a local fish club. And so I guess there was a post that went out for this disabled man, and he needed like some fish. He had a heart condition, and I don't know if like fish soothe you or something like that, but they're donating a full aquarium setup and dropping off next week. So
Very cool.
very cool.
Nice.
Glass Box Society. Lastly, something I didn't know about, Maddie Campbell brought this to my attention. Did you know Wichita has 3 professional women's indoor soccer teams playing in the MASL Women's League?
What
I
up?
did not know that.
Three teams.
In the same league?
Yeah, she said MASL Women's League. I have not fact checked it, but maybe I will after this. She encourages. I know 2 of them play in the same league because they're playing each other this weekend. She wants Wichita to go support the local women's teams this weekend. The ICT Aztecs will be facing off against the Wichita Area FC at 8:30 p.m. on Friday, January 31st at Sports Zone. And then the Wichita Luck will be playing against Tulsa FC on Saturday, February 1st at Park City Arena. Each team live streams their games from their Facebook pages as well.
That's cool.
All right, what's good in Wichita? So it's time to come through with something heartwarming they've seen, a place or business that deserves a shout out. I'll start. I did not go to Heights High School, but there's a legend there. His name is Joe Auer. He is the head coach for the men's basketball team. He is retiring after a 35-year career. This guy's won multiple state titles, and he is the career leader in wins in the Wichita City League, which for those who have ever followed Wichita City League, very rich history of basketball. Many pros have came out of there, many local legends. So congrats, Joe. Well deserved. Troy.
Yeah, I just want to shout out Visit Wichita, specifically Josh Howell over there that's ahead of bringing big sports events to Wichita. And they just did a fantastic job, like I said earlier, on the U.S. Figure Skating Championship. And, man, just kudos to them for bringing that to us, and I can't wait to see what other sporting events they bring to us soon. So
They got March Madness coming to Wichita here in March.
That's
buddy.
right.
Yeah, first 2 rounds.
Oh.
yeah,
And
it's
while
gonna
we're
be
at
awesome.
it, also shout out to James Kellerman with Visit Wichita.
Absolutely.
He
Yeah.
does a lot of great work for Visit Wichita, organizing stuff and trying to get the word out. So,
Yep.
all right, Carbon.
So along the lines of Visit Wichita and the figures, because of that, you may or may not have seen, I had a nice tumble during one of the exhibition days of Visit Wichita, and so I'm Topic is indeed it. I think I need to go to the doctor because like the shoulder, I'm at the age now. I think I'm just sore, but did I dislocate something? I don't know. But no, after that, I literally all this week I've had like nonstop. Hey, is everything okay? So literally complete strangers, 2 friends of mine just checking in. Just an awesome, heartfelt thank you. Your concern for my well-being is much appreciated. And I literally, when we were at the figure skating, I had like 40 people. Hey, everything okay? You're all right after the fall? I'm like, I don't even know who this is. And it was very heartwarming. So thank you very much for all the concern. I am on the mend. We're doing very good. So thank you.
I watched the video, and someone that did not wish you well and ask if you're okay was Troy. It looked like he was laughing at you from in the background.
There's another edit. We'll
Is there?
drop this right here. Yes.
Is there?
You love that sound. Oh, no, here's the toe pick. Toe pick.
And you see him chuckling and laughing and hand clapping and
I was just channeling my inner TKG. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It was like blood gushing out, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
And I did save the camera.
he did save the camera. He got the camera.
Candace almost went right over it with her skates. So I did save the camera.
But on that incident, I did speak that into existence. So, like, even when I'm like, they're not going to give us hockey skates. It's going to be figures. I haven't put it on skates in 30 years. And then I was like, oh, there's going to be a toe pick. I'm going to have a cutting edge moment. And sure enough, like 20 minutes in, toe pick. And when I went down, the first thing I yelled at the ceiling, freaking toe pick. Yep.
It was awesome.
So what's the difference between a figure skating skate and another skate?
A hockey skate is rounded on both ends. So a figure skate has a longer back end, kind of extends a little bit, but it also has a toe pick, which is there's teeth on the very front by the toe. They use that to stop as well as to lift off. When they dig into the ice to do a jump, it gives them something to go off of. Where hockey skates, in order to stop, you have to slide or do something else. They don't have a stopping mechanism.
Man, this is all the knowledge. Jeez.
So instead of taking off, you took down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because I leaned forward, and then once the toe pick, I mean, that's like pulling the e-brake. I mean, you're skating, and then ding, and then you're just running until you eventually just tip over. Like it's
like you did.
Yeah, like I did.
Sounds painful. Gosh.
That's awful.
All right. Annette, take us home.
I can't top that. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. You know, I will say I'm touched by the community. There's one lady who she's a foster mom in the area. She's from Clearwater. And a lot of people are going to support her. Right now she's going through a toughish time. Their family, like their geothermal unit in their home had gone out or something, and all these people are pulling money together to support her and all these foster kids that she has. She's a former foster child herself. So I just love seeing people rally behind someone who needs that prop and everything so she can keep doing the good with the kids that she's doing the good with. So I'll make sure, if you haven't checked my page this week, take a look, because I'll have that link to their GoFundMe. But I love seeing, at least, I mean, she's such a nice lady. She's helped me with sending me tips and information on, I had covered missing people for so many years. And in the earliest days of when I had started my missing person series at my last job, I mean, she was a person who had reached out right away. And so I'm just like, oh, wow, she keeps doing amazing work, and hopefully they'll get everything wrapped up with paying that off and everything soon. But I just love seeing people support her. So that's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, someone reached out to me from some foster organization, and she wants to be on the show, so I need to get that scheduled. That's the good reminder I needed.
Yeah, there you go. Good people doing good work there. So.
Okay. Carbon, Annette, Troy, always a pleasure seeing you every single week.
Yes.
Carbon, hope you get on the mend soon. Don't let Troy get you down for laughing at you. Not cool. All right, to all my other guests, and to those watching at home, thank you. You've all been excused from the dinner table.